Hey guys, welcome back to another Gaming Memories video. Here we are taking a look at a very fun multiplayer game by the name of Micro Machines V3. This game follows on the popular Micro Machines franchise that you would have been familiar with the likes of all the toys and stuff that you would have grown up with throughout the late 80s, early 90s and so forth, that even continues even on to this day. I remember my first experience playing any of the Micro Machines games was actually on the Sega Mega Drive. I played Micro Machines 2 and I loved that game. I thought it was really good. I used to play it with some of my mates. But how I got access to this game was through a demo disc on the official UK PlayStation magazine back in June of 1997. It was the first demo disc that I ever bought and owned for the PlayStation, and it had a handful of games on it. There was Excalibur 2555 AD, Porsche Challenge, Monster Trucks and Micro Machines V3. So there was a really good selection of games available. Now, as with all the other games on that disc, you could play them all in single player, but the Micro Machines demo was a multiplayer only demo, so you needed to play it with another player or have access to two controllers. And I remember playing it for the first time and thinking to myself, is it going to be similar to what I remember from playing on the Sega Mega Drive? And it was completely different, but it was so much better. It was fast, it was frantic, the graphics were really good. They were very bright, very vibrant, very colourful, and the speed of the overall game was just incredible. It was so fast and it was just so much fun. The level detail, even in the environments, is very well detailed, even for a cartoony style game. It really reflects the overall feel and vibe of the actual game itself. I will be doing another video on that demo showcasing not only this game on it, but a lot of the other games on that disc as well, as I will be doing a series on the PS1 demo discs, so make sure to keep an eye out for that also. And I have to say, from playing this game, when I played on the demo myself and my mates, what happened is that I didn't have access to a PlayStation for the first almost year after playing it. We used to rent the PlayStation out at the weekends. But what I started doing, myself and my brothers would start saving up our pocket money so that we could buy the monthly magazines or save up to try and buy games. And the very first demo disc, as I mentioned, I bought it in June 1997. That came with the magazine and this game was on it. And we played all those games to death. We played that demo CD to death. I still have that demo CD here at home. As for me, it was so iconic. The selection of games, I know a lot of people may not like a lot of the games that's probably on it, but for me it was gold, because you gain access to certain levels within the game that you could try out to give you an idea of whether you wanted to purchase the game or not. But to be honest, sometimes, or in a lot of cases, especially with the PlayStation, I'm sure a lot of you agree, you would get as much fun out of playing the demos as you would playing the actual games themselves. You would just replay the same levels over and over again, especially when you had games like this on it, where you would just literally play with your mates and just have so much fun. In my opinion, and I have played a lot of other Micro Machines games even since that, even on modern consoles, and they're fun to play for the most part, but I will be honest, in my personal opinion, I think that this is definitely the definitive version of any Micro Machines game that's ever been created. This game is just phenomenal. It is, for me, the best version, and it's my favourite version of any of these type of games. It's just a cool game overall, and it just brings back so many memories of playing all these type of games. This is without a doubt one of the best multiplayer games ever to be released on the PlayStation, because not only can you play 2-player, you can also have access to a 4-player mode if you manage to have access to a multi-tap where you could use 4 controllers. So that completely expanded the whole play experience. This was easily one of the best games to play if you had access to additional controllers and peripherals and so forth. You would have an absolute blast with your mates. I know I did, myself and my brothers, and even some of our friends we grew up with. We were literally addicted to the PlayStation. We would just spend hours, even during the summer months, buying the magazines just to play the games, and then getting access to play this. Even the demo, we played that demo to death, just having so many laughs. And then later on, about a year or so later, when we eventually got the PlayStation, my youngest brother got this game as a Christmas present, and sure, it just sparked a whole new frenzy of playing the game, because we had rented it out a few times to play it with, say, our mates, but then to actually own the game, it meant you could just play it whenever you wanted. So we had so many laughs. But even though you can have so much fun with with the multiplayer modes, there is a really good Grand Prix or single player campaign as well, although it is very difficult and challenging because it will test your patience. You do have to have your wits about you because a lot of it is sports skill and luck based for the most part, but if you stick with it and just keep playing, eventually you'll be able to master each of the tracks and all the environments and the hurdles and challenges that you'll face to give you one great experience. But again, it just takes a lot of trial and error. That's the one thing about games like this. There's no room for error really as such. You just have to keep playing it. But the one thing I love about this game is the environments. You have so many mixes of different types of environments, anything from likes of driving on pool tables to kitchen tables, even restaurants. It's just, they really suit the whole aesthetic look and feel of the game. And even with the graphics were so bright and colourful, they really suited the feel of the game. For me, it's just such a really good game, and it is one of my all-time favourites on the PlayStation, and it's definitely one of the best multiplayer games I've ever played. And like I mentioned, in my personal opinion, it is my favourite Micro Machines game of all time. It really is that good. If you haven't played this game or any of the Micro Machines games, I highly recommend you give this one a go because you won't be disappointed. This is a blast to play, and especially if you can get to play it with a group of your mates. I highly recommend that you do. You won't regret it. It's so much fun, so I highly recommend you do check it out. And if you have played this game, I'd love to hear your experiences and stories with this game. I'm sure you've had as many fun stories as I've had over the years playing this, so be sure to share them down in the comments below. And if you have enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more videos on unique and quirky, fun and multiplayer style games that were released on the PlayStation, where I share my thoughts, experiences and memories with everyone, then make sure to leave a like on the video, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon to be updated when future videos are released. And also feel free to have a look at other videos on the channel where I do provide other reviews and gameplay videos of similar style games that were also released on the system back in the day. And until next time, make sure to keep playing those classic games and enjoying them, and keep those gaming memories alive.